Another thing that was probably disappointing for a lot of fans, Dwayne Wade was your best player last year. It wasn't like, you know, he was just a figurehead. He was the best player. Oh, nice find there. Unable to convert.
I thought we had a highlight brewing there, Greg, and then off the hands of Rudd. So this is what Dwayne Wade had to say. Great job by the men and women in our truck to pull this up. Wade talking about Pat Riley, saying, I love Pat Riley. He's been someone who has been a figurehead in my life since I got drafted here at 21, but at the same time, he has a job to do. And Dwayne Wade understands. He's a grown man who has business savvy. Obviously, he's a basketball genius, and D-Wade's just a great guy. And what a dime there by McConnell to Holmes. McConnell got it back, and he was fouled by Nick Moore.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. I mean, he understands, having been in this business as long as he has. And this is not the first time he's had issues contractually with the Miami Heat. I just think big picture, it's disappointing from the standpoint of you like to see the iconic players, because it doesn't happen often. But I always envisioned Dwayne Wade doing what Tim Duncan, what Kobe Bryant did, you know, having the opportunity to finish where they began. And that could still very well happen, but the fact that now he's going to be with Chicago for a couple years, you know, that those opportunities are few and far apart, and it would have been really nice to have seen that kind of transpire with the Heat.
D-Wade's new team, the Chicago Bulls, one of two undefeated teams here at the Vegas Summer League at 4-0. The Toronto Raptors the other. And here we go with a run out. Brandon Paul had a nice jam earlier, and this time with two hands as Carrera flies through.
And then all of a sudden here, the Sixers much more active defensively and converting that into some offense. They have been impressive here. Good deflection. And then the kick ahead here. Brandon Paul putting up a few highlights for the Sixers here.
Simmons grabs the rebound. He'll cup it. There's a whistle. The shot's away, and two shots coming for Simmons. So keep an eye on some of those rule changes from the regular season we see in the NBA.
Simmons makes the first free throw. He was a 67% free throw shooter in college. It's such a great stroke. Just think about what they have. Oh, look at the pass. Look at the pass.
From McConnell. I'd say that kid's head is always up looking inside of the paint. And McConnell delivers now. Philly on a 9-2 run and his fourth assist here in the half.
It's just good. He comes up with it, knows where the teammates are. Another assist. That's 4 for him in the ballgame. Beautiful.
Little highlight reel.
Yeah.
2. Turnover the other way. Here we go. Simmons on a flush. Simmons in double digits, 10 points.
We welcome you back to Las Vegas and a look at 76ers head coach Brett Brown, who, you know, God bless Brett Brown. All the losses and, you know, this roster that's just not ready to win. And Greg, they are building. They've got a ton of young talent. It's still going to take a minute, but I see this team on the ascent. There will be more victories in 16-17, right?
I agree with you. Now, let me tell you something. Brett Brown's also a special person because I've been a part of situations where teams have had a long stretch of losing that
Shot
the
clock
Sixers
violation
have gone through here. And it not only does it wear on the players, and it can change who you are as a player, that happens with coaches too. And when you get the opportunity, as we all have, to spend time with Coach Brown, you know, he's still the same guy. That's a testament to him. I even question when they gave him the extension, because I know culturally what happens when you lose as much as they do, how it can affect everybody, and sometimes you do need to change your voice. But his spirits and passion to coach and help these kids learn has not waned. I was blown away by how positive and how genuinely optimistic he is about the future, because that's important for these young guys in terms of their development. You know, one guy we haven't had a chance to talk much about is Jahlil Okafor. You know, here's a guy that had just a terrific rookie campaign, but for Karl Anthony Towns would have been the rookie of the year. you know, he still could become an integral part, big picture. There's so much speculation about what they're going to do moving forward. But, you know, Jalil is a very good basketball player. And as I said, had a solid campaign. So there's a lot. That cupboard's not bare in Philadelphia. It's just going to be a while, even with all that great young talent, before they become relevant in terms of that Eastern Conference.
And Nerlens Noel, one of the best defensive big men in the NBA, as Carrera misses. And a great rebound there by the player of the game so far, Sean Long. 16 points and 6 rebounds now for him. McConnell tried to turn the corner on Moore, out to Caruso. 5 on the shot clock, and here's Ben Simmons. He's going to pull up for 3. No foul? They let him play on. Rudd back the other way from Miami. Oh, he blew the layup. He tried to go to the finger roll.
Well, it slipped out his hands there. There's no doubt about it. He's frustrated with that one.
Here's Ben Simmons. Nice dime to Sean Long.
Great job there in the open floor. We're going to get a little delay of game there from the Sixers.
5th assist for Ben Simmons, and Sean Long has 18, so he matches his summer league high.
And that's an example. Doesn't look like a big deal. I think that's the second delay of game. They're going to shoot a free throw. But those passes, interior touch passes to bigs, are really hard because you got to get it to them where they can catch it and finish. And you'll see it oftentimes, guys, they put a little too much on the fastball when you're that close. And here you had the turnover, and you just knew Rudd was going to finish this. It slips out of his hands there a little bit, doesn't get it. And the Sixers go right back at him. McConnell gets that pass, and then that pass there, you see how he doesn't have to bobble with it? He goes right up in rhythm. It's a skill set that a lot of bigs don't feature. Even great players to be able to make those interior touch passes.
And a lot of his passes are of the no-look variety. He's just got special vision. And the 76ers are flexing here in the Summer League finale for both of these teams.
And that play right there is a perfect example. Now, that wasn't a bad pass from T.J. McConnell. Maybe 6 or 8 inches behind, but that's all it took for him not to catch it, you know, because a lot of times, like I said, with bigs, they don't always, you know, you need to sometimes put it in their breadbasket to make it a little easier for them to make the play.
Great rebound by Sean Long, number 7 for him. McConnell, oh, he did a great job to not travel, and Jankovic from behind stuffed Rashawn Holmes and fouled him, so free throws for Rashawn. But that was a very athletic move by McConnell not to turn that over.
Great point there. It looked like he was going to lose it there, but the presence to not only catch it, but to deliver that on target there, and Holmes able to go out of contact.
They fouled the heck out of Rashawn Holmes and Michael Carrera.
They're supposed to. I mean, you know, this is not tennis. It's a physical game. You don't want to just give up and let a guy dunk on your head. It's a good, hard, solid foul.
I love it. I love it. The hard-nosed Greg Anthony. You like Michael Carrera, though. Like, he's a you know, a small forward after your own heart, right? As hard as he plays.
Oh, he gets after it. And the other thing about him, because of his strength and the long arms, he can guard. I've seen him during summer. He's guarding guys 6'9", 6'10", who are interior players. I mean, he is a physical presence, and has had a really productive summer here for the Heat.
Rashawn Holmes up to 14 points, 5 of 6 from the floor. He's hit a 3, 3 of 3 from the line. Knocked out of bounds, and 14 on the shot clock for the Heat. So this is, you know, in all honesty, this is a shell team for the Miami Heat. No Briante Weber, no Josh Richardson, no Justice Winslow, no Rodney Magruder.
Yeah.
And so we do need to say that. And this is a whole Philadelphia Summer League team. And here's Damian Lee. He hits a 3.
Having said that, though, there's still a lot of talent out there on that roster. You know, Jankovic and Rudd. Lee has shown an ability over the course of the summer. So they're not, you know, they still have something there. They just give Philly a lot of credit with how well they played here, particularly in this third quarter.
Did I just see a Rondo-esque ball fake there from McConnell?
He's getting better. You know, he's got some tools.
Here's Damian Lee. Oh, he threw it down in Vegas.
That was nice there. And like I said, I mean, he can play. They got some talent out there.
Rick Pitino is pumping his fist right now. That's my guy, Damian Lee.
He said he's one of the best players he'd ever coached. I mean, that's high praise coming from one of the best to ever do it on the collegiate level in Rick Pitino.
Miami hanging around. They're down 12, just over 3 to go in the third quarter. Damian Lee has had moments, the rookie out of Louisville, from Orlando to Vegas. And he just sent a charge into the Thomas & Mack Center with that right-handed rim rocker. Here's Rudd on a quick pull. And another rebound for Long. He is 2 boards away from a double-double. And we have a timeout on the floor here. 2:48 to go in the third. And it's Rudd to Lee for the glory here in Las Vegas.
And he does shoot the three-point shot, and so does Brown.
Jaylen Brown from downtown, 6 points. He's knocked out a pair. And Jaylen Brown tonight, Ron, only 2 of 7 from the floor. Did take advantage of his opportunities at the free throw line. He finished with 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Let's go courtside. Kristen Kinney with Jaylen Brown, the number 3 pick out of Cal.
Jaylen, you had 16 points tonight. What was clicking for you?
Just trying to get to the basket, draw some fouls, make the open reads, just getting used to getting up and down, playing with professionals. So just getting my feet wet, and next game will be better.
You said that you hope to come out here and prove yourself, to prove that you deserve the number 3 pick. Do you think you did that tonight?
I have a higher expectation for myself. Today was a good first game. We got the win. I think we played the game the right way. We got some stuff to clean up, but the next game will be much better.
What are you focusing on in particular the next game?
Just making the right reads, just hitting open spots, hitting my free throws. I missed a few, and just attacking and being more aggressive.
All right, Jaylen. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you, y'all.
Is here. I feel like Whiteside is here. I feel like Riley is here. It's just an extension of that hard-nosed competitive culture as Dawson finishes nicely.
That was a nice finish. I think you hit it right on the head. Paid dividends and creating a little bit of space here on the scoreboard.
Dawson working against Winslow. Beautiful. Did that camaraderie and that chemistry that's going on with this team that is Rashawn Holmes' family living it up in Las Vegas. Look at the little man right there enjoying the hoops here at the Samsung NBA Summer League. And here's some stats for you late third. Philly shooting 50%, Miami 38%. And the turnovers in favor of Miami, even though they trail on the scoreboard. Foul by Allen in the open court on Lee. One thing about this Miami team, as we settle back into the Thomas & Mack Center in Las Vegas, Rick Kamla, Greg Anthony, Jared Greenberg here for NBA TV. This team is not going to quit. I don't care who is wearing heat across their chest. They're going to keep coming. We've seen that all summer.
Yeah, we use the term, the culture. And even I get tired of saying it, but there is a lot of truth to that. And you set those priorities at the top, and then it's carried out to a person on your roster. They compete.
Loose ball foul on Miami on the miss by Rudd. So coming up tomorrow at the Samsung NBA Summer League, the tournament continues, the single elimination tournament from Vegas on ESPN2, ESPNU, Watch ESPN, and the ESPN app. On ESPNU at 4 Eastern, it's the Timberwolves. The 24th seed out of 24 teams is in the quarters playing the Raptors. And on ESPN2 at 6 Eastern, Phoenix and Denver. Then at 8 Eastern, Washington and Chicago. And at 10 Eastern, Cleveland and Brooklyn.
And you know that a 24 seed's never beaten a 1 seed in the tournament. Right? You know that, right?
I do believe that.
How about Rudd here saying, you guys aren't the only one that can send it back.
In Minnesota's run to the quarters, and I use run in air quotes, as
Full
Lee.
disclosure, you're from Minnesota. Go ahead and let people know where you're from.
I'm from Minnesota, but I'm not even claiming any of that.
Okay.
It's just more impressive with Chris Dunn out with the concussion to beat a couple of teams to get to the quarters. They had not won, Greg, in group play. They were 0-3, so it's a bit ironic that they've won a couple of playoff games here.
Without him, and I know you've been really impressed with Chris Dunn.
He's,
in the times that you've seen him play here early on.
Average 24 a game.
And you know how good he can be defensively, so really happy. Hopefully he's, obviously he's going to be fine. You hate to see anybody have to deal with that kind of an injury. But boy, he was fun to watch. And Allen able to get that nice little runner to go.
Great take by Philadelphia's point guard, Brian Allen.